the Cassiopeia banned, knowing that High would be able to last pick and counter pick it, we typically see Assassins and super long-range mages as the counter picks here. Doesn't want to deal with it at all. Callista, of course, goes away from Sneaky, even though Double could have first picked it.
And the thing is, Cassiopeia can be played in the top lane as well. So banning that out is actually a strong decision because Zandspartan's a carry top laner. Cassiopeia, actually even like her more in the top lane. She has a lot of really good matchups in the top lane. Last ban, by the way, is Lissandra, just barely showing up there before the insta-lock from CLG. Rumble for Zion Spartan. They do take it away from balls. And already CLG set up with that glorious mid-game team fight that Rumble brings.
And this is going to be one of, I want to say, very few Rumbles we've seen in North America specifically. I know we've seen them a couple times, but not super often. Rek'Sai comes in from Meteos, LeBlanc in for balls, although they'll likely be High with Kassadin banned here. Now, Meteos, he just actually broke a promise to me. You see, he came in and said, okay, so every single game, I just play whatever beat me last time. And just kept, hopping onto the new champions. He won his last game. He's supposed to stay on Vi. Meteos is a dirty liar.
What was the thing that beat him before he won his game?
He played champion.
Rek'Sai?
He played what, Elise and then Rek'Sai and then Vi, and then he won on Vi, so he has to stay.
Well, he's going with Rek'Sai this time around, Freak, and you cannot question his decision there because very strong champion on this current patch, especially with Jarvan banned out. Meanwhile, some interesting single target lockdown here with Vi, my favorite champion in the game at the moment. Going to be locked in, comboed with Morgana. Now, I really like the double pickup here because Morgana is one of the biggest problems for Vi to deal with.
Yeah.
Very, very aggravating when her target gets a black shield on it. So it's always a good cover-up to actually draft her on your team when you have Vi as well.
And it gives CLG some really nice things they can do. The Dark Bindings to set up fights, you layer an Equalize on top of that, and just the counter engage if you dive into these guys. Rumble ult plus Morgana ult makes things kind of scary, so I already like CLG's look, and they can really go anywhere with their, I assume, mid lane and AD carry pickups, but heck, we saw Morgana into LeBlanc yesterday, and it arguably should have gone really well for Pvelter when that happened.
It could be another attempt at the mid Morgana versus LeBlanc. First time around didn't quite work out so well because Pvelter got targeted really early with ganks. This time around, though, it will provide a lot of defense against Rek'Sai ganks as well. I like it for the bottom lane. Anytime you have a jungler with some quick CC that's a physical damage jungler, Morgana's just such a great bottom lane support to lock in, just so you know you don't have to worry quite as much about that lane and getting ganked.
Yeah.
Really hard to break through Morgana shield when the bottom lane support locked in is Janna. She doesn't have much magic damage to help break through it.
Yeah, I actually am very surprised to continually see Janna picked against Morgana in the lane matchup. Just how well Black Shield deals with Monsoon and the fact that I just feel it's pretty risky here. Now, Cloud9, of course, are going to sit on their AD carry pick for last, make sure they really know what the bottom lane matchup is. Seems with Callista off the table, there's nothing contested that either team is rushing to pick up here. CLG forced to put in their entire team composition.
So they already have the Morgana and Rumble. So if you add Caitlyn to that, it's actually a fairly strong siege. And they do also have the option of split pushing since they've got that Zed locked in. So anytime you get this CLG squad up against the tower, the Zion Spartan ultimate, since everybody's bunched up in a lane, he can just lay that down, and you get a lot of time for Caitlyn to auto attack and get a lot of damage down on that turret. Quirky locked in on the other side, though. Very well-rounded here, team for Cloud9. That actually does peak pretty strong in that mid game. We'll see if High can get control of the mid lane and start roaming around. Anytime you have two assassins mid lane, I always like to see who gets the first jungle gank there because a jungle gank in mid lane then allows your mid laner to gank other lanes for you. So kind of cascades from jungle pressure mid into pressure all over the map.
And I have to agree with you, Copen, especially with both these junglers being rather potent early on, Rek'Sai and Vi. Both very scary bruisers to deal with.
Yeah, people really underestimate Vi's pre-6 ganks. If you just put in a few games on this champion, your flash gank pre-6 is really, really strong. You will guaranteed at least get a flash for your flash in the trade, as long as you don't really mess up your flash queue.
Well, there's the handshake. Coach is heading off the stage here. They've given what advice they could to their teams, and hopefully they do a good job from there. Counter Logic Gaming, they've got the split push Zed, which I feel like is going to be pretty scary. Link so far has been playing well in the LCS. We'll see if he can keep that up. But guys, the teams are loading in, so share your predictions with us by tweeting hashtag CLG win or hashtag C9 win to @LOL Esports. We'll be, of course, updating the vote throughout the game. There's the crowd, wonderfully color-coding themselves blue and red. You guys did a great job of that.
Yeah, these are two of the most high-profile clubs in North American League of Legends. Very large fan bases, as you can hear in the crowd. Counterlogic Gaming at the top of the standings at the moment. See if they can keep up there. Now that they have Zion back in the fold, working with the team. He's actually one of the guys that had to take a game off, or 1 week off for the opening week.
Yep. Well, he's been the target of some shots, of course. High has been attacked a few times from his games in the early beginning of the split, but Doublelift himself says he respects his opponent, and haters gonna hate.
High has set, for 2 years, he set the standard of playing well and making smart decisions. And now when he's falling off, people will, I guess they just come out of the corners, the people who didn't like him from the very beginning, and they put on their loudspeaker and they say, okay, he was never good. He was always like this. There was never a point where he was good. He was always playing stupid and always feeding in lane. Everyone just trash talks me whenever I do something stupid or lose a game or whatever. I feel like it's expected, and as a pro player, you have to understand, like, that's just part of the job.
Minions have spawned.
Strong words there from Doublelift. Everybody seems to forget the past 2 years that High and Cloud9 have been atop the North American scene just after one faulty week. However, though, they cleaned it up very, very well yesterday. Week 2, they've come out really strong. This time, no surprise once again, Cloud9 go with a lane swap almost every game this season so far. They've started with these lane swaps. He's not going to go with the farming behind the tower that Doublelift liked to do yesterday. Sneaky's just going to go with a regular, bunching up the minions, get it to push in their favor, focusing all of their damage onto the front melee minion. Lemonation, I also like how he hides in the bush during the beginning stages of the freeze just to keep CLG guessing where the support is. Yeah. Never want to give away any unnecessary information, especially in lane swap situations.
And definitely very smart. What interested me here as well is that both junglers got to start on the greedy side of the map. Both started on the weak side, didn't get punished for it. The top laners were helping, I believe, in both these cases.
Very early back from the Cloud9 support, Lemonation drops a ward in the furthest lane bush there so that Sneaky will be protected from any weird lane ganks, as well as Spartan trying to hide in the bush to soak up CS.
We've seen this before.
Heads down bottom to help Balls. Yeah, Balls plus Lemonation are actually big fans of doing the top laner plus support laning, especially when he can grab one of those range champions. A couple more seconds, though, and he will lose his range.
I'm just a little bit concerned about how this match will play out, though. I feel like it goes pretty heavily into Doublelift's favor, but
well, it definitely
tracking Balls CS.
Yeah, it definitely does. Caitlyn, especially plus Morgana, is going to have a pretty easy time pushing them in. But Caitlyn, with the range advantage over all other AD carries anyway, yeah, Doublelift would be playing a very similar style, whether he was facing Sneaky or Balls. Morgana does bring that extra added threat to dissuade Balls from being greedy and going for CS. Now, this is the old patch, by the way. Smithy was able to back and not only upgrade his jungle item, but also grab several wards. Early jungle control as far as the vision is concerned here. Smithy looking to get some deep vision in Cloud9's side, which is something that Cloud9 usually prioritize a lot earlier on. But Meteos has just been hard farming with Rek'Sai. Hasn't dropped his ward yet.
And it's been overall very good from Smithy. He defensively pink-warded mid lane. Got the green ward down more aggressively to watch the right side of the jungle, and so far I think it will.
Meteos will find him a little bit too late. He has the sonar there, so doesn't have to face check Smithy. Alerted to his presence. Smithy gets away with large wolf as well as one small.
Is he going to stay for the ward? Nope. Afraid of High. Good defense.
Zion Spartan in the top lane. Put a lot of 1 versus 1 harass down on Sneaky. Elimination back from his warding trip down bottom. I guess they're not going to keep up with the support plus top laner duo down there. Sneaky was not able to bully Zion Spartan because he started with the double jungle. He got up to level 4. Sneaky didn't have the extra levels to bully.
Yeah, so far, CLG has done the best at holding on against what's normally so good for C9 with their lane swap. Smithy looks for a push onto balls, though.
Shouldn't be able to.
Yeah, nothing to go for here.
Just a zone.
But it does clear basically a double wave away from the turret. You can see how many casts were there. A lot of golden XP lost by balls. The teleport from Zion's going to catch most of this.
Now, the Meteos has not shown on the map, so that teleport could be a little bit risky. Zion does not know that Meteos is on his side. Balls trying to soak up some experience, get in range. They zone him out though, so here comes Meteos.
Okay.
See if Zion's teleport does cost him.
He's got flash. Media's going to go for the knock after elimination.
Tank
Pulls
it.
aggro. It's going to be a flash away from Zion, but good escape. Now
Zion.
Meteos has aggro. Forces summoner heal. Barely survives. Zion trades flash for much more.
These towers are still extremely potent. 3-person dives are fairly hard to pull off. Zion does a good job using his flash to avoid enough damage that they can chase off Meteos, and Zed comes in to try and clean it up top, but Link is seen by the pink ward, and all of Cloud9 back off. That earned them a tower advantage, because the difference between junglers, Smithy just went to try and zone balls off, whereas Cloud9, Meteos, they actually go for the dive, and because it fails, CLG gained their first large lead of the game.
Yeah, I gotta say, I think the big reason why the zoning worked, though, is Balls understood that Vi Morgana actually deals some good damage early on.
A binding is definitely...
Right, exactly. Whereas Janna, like, okay, she pulled aggro, but didn't get to do much otherwise. So the actual 3-man group, better for CLG, paid off, well done. BF sword now for Caitlyn as well, so Doublelift is menacing to lane against right now.
And we mentioned the CLG team grouping up for the towers as well. Whenever Caitlyn does get an early lead like this, you want to try and knock down as many outer turrets as you can before Corki hits Trinity Force and is able to get his level 6 and start poking you back. So Doublelift with that BF sword is going to be a really big indicator of what CLG are looking for towards the mid game here. If he just wants to try and bully Sneaky down bottom, or if they actually start rotating him over to try and pressure other outer turrets. Looks like they still want CS on Link, so they're keeping him in.
So far, so good for him. He's actually winning his lane with, I believe, 0 interference up against High. And that's also with Smithy absorbing a wave when he had recalled out.
Yeah, it was with 0 interference from Meteos, plus he was very confident that Meteos was not even close to ganking because Smithy spent so much early time warding around the mid lane. CLG's focus in their vision has been mid lane. You can see it. They've got pink wards on both sides, even a little bit deeper of a green ward here. So they're keeping Zed very safe for the early stages, letting him farm up until he does get... looks like he's going for Bork first, rather than the Brutalizer.
I feel like I usually see Cutlass Brutalizer.
Yeah.
I think it mostly depends on when you get to back, but he also added the Null Magic Mantle to make sure he's not under threat from High. So the 1v1 potential not really there from the LeBlanc. The wave clear seems to be happening first from Link, so he's most enabled to make
There's
moves.
the first roam. We were looking for the first roam from mid lane. Looks like it does come from Link. Targeting balls. He does have his flash, but still a very squishy Gnar as he started just the Doran's Blade plus Longsword build. Hasn't gone into the tanky build. Looks like he is going to try and get a little offense first.
Still going to do the pink ward clear High. Oh no, they're going to defend the CLG. Not worth going for the ward. They want to make sure they don't get picked off unnecessarily.
Small victory.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. The early rotation. Sneaky and Lemon both showed up mid out of nowhere.
Now, the thing is, this tower's not very low because High was not able to pressure Link since the vision was all in Link's favor. So even if they do get a split-second head start up here on the mid turret, wouldn't be able to get much.
No. They tried to make the play. It didn't happen. They have to run immediately back to the bot lane as Doublelift pushed it up.
Yeah, lose out a couple minions even for that.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised. Usually with Tier 1 dead, you get a bit more grace period, but Sneaky is going to lose out on the entire melee wave. Should get the rest, but still lost
Might
gold.
have not been there.
I know he lost 1 or 2 melees. I'm almost certain of that, but wow, Balls forced to flash away in the 1v1. Zion burns his ult for the privilege, but super worth it. CLG's newest acquisition, clearly doing very well so far.
Yeah, he was pressuring Sneaky solo, forced elimination.
Oh, wow.
Binding!
So many ults, it's all it's gonna take. Goodbye to High. After he makes that one happen, he gets first blood for the privilege.
All right, and that makes it, much easier for this Caitlyn to start knocking down the outer
Oh my
turret.
God, Sneaky!
Another binding! Aphromoo and the skill shots. It doesn't have to be Blitzcrank. Throwing out a couple bindings here and earning his team a lot of pressure. They actually give up on the mid-siege and go for Dragon Control instead, sweeping out the river and gaining the crab. Looks like they want to purchase before actually starting the Dragon, instead of trying to take advantage of the time that High has to walk back from base. Maybe they feel like their damage at this point is not quick enough to take it, and Corki is, post 6. Rockets are very annoying while you're doing Dragon. Don't want to risk taking too much damage from it.
It's true. And Double even just went for an Iris Blade here. He's actually slowing his early damage progression by Pickaxe denying the early Infinity Edge. So maybe CLG taking it a little bit slower than they would have otherwise. This turret taking a lot of damage off those recalls from CLG. They basically took those kills, took a Scuttle Crab, and then recalled, which gave some space for C9 to make moves.
Link able to handle the wave clear himself. Zed's good for clearing one wave like that, but he definitely needs backup as all of Cloud9 swing down. Meteos taking the opportunity to invade jungle, get those wolves back. Scott has fully upgraded Stalkers. However, Zion under turret already had a hard time taking him down. Dragon will be traded just for the effort top, and they don't even go for the dive.
Really nice by CLG. They'd already swept the pit out in the first place. Just the 2 guys that can jump over walls. They let them sneak in there. Easy duo.
Plus, they have this ward up here.
Yeah, very nice. CLG so in control of this game. They are not letting Cloud9 do absolutely anything.
A lot of focus on Zion here from Cloud9. Zion handling it very, very well. Going for an early Zhonya's too. Not even going for the hunting guys on Rumble. Wants to rush into the Zhonya's.
I'm seeing that so much this year, actually. That all 2014 was all about the Leandry's rush. This time around, I'm seeing so many Zhonyas. Haven't done the math on the damage last year, but he's clearly prioritizing not getting blown up by champions like LeBlanc. High, another bind hits. Link gets some nice damage down. And bot lane tier 2 goes down. CLG just taking double for Nick Smithy there.
So that was just a beautiful move across the map from CLG. They are controlling Cloud9 so well. Cloud9 having to play all reactively, which is fairly rare for them. CLG rotations indeed.
So, slow and steady winning the race. The Caitlyn, despite going Iris Blade, doesn't need the extra damage, is still knocking down turrets successfully. High goes for some wave clear. Black Shield, who cares?
I really like the greed here from Doublelift. He won't be punished for this because they're using Caitlyn as this wave shover and turret taking AD carry that she is at the moment with her extremely long range, moving him across the map to points where they don't have to fight team fights. They're just fully using Doublelift to take minion waves and turrets, not punished for the absence of a pickaxe, just gaining a lot of extra gold from that Avarice Blade.
I think that they actually preempted Trinity Force power spikes and were super aggressive even before that happened. Blue buff attempt coming in. Oh, I think High got it. And Smithy will die for his hubris. CLG, though, Afro goes in. Nice ult. In comes Zion from the back. Binding's dodge, but Elimination's going to go down. Bit of a coup by CLG.
Teleport advantage for Cloud9 now. So they use that teleport just to answer 1 kill on the support. It also leaves Balls some time here to solo farm, which he definitely needs. He's been a little bit punished in the early game, and they would really like to have him be the front man. They need that tank on the front line. Without him, a lot harder to engage. Also able to pick up the global gold here. So Cloud9 clawing their way back.
Thankfully for Balls, he answered the turret that Zion had taken, I believe, right before the teleport. C9 actually lost 2 tier 1 turrets right before that fight, mid and top.
This huge gold lead, though, that CLG got from all the early turrets that they knocked down is going to be very, very big if they do actually decide to go for a team fight. Infinity Edge now completed for double lift. Trinity Force, though, I don't think CLG would like to force team fight. Probably just continue with the strategy they're going with at the moment. Zion also, the thing about going for Zanyas really early is that there's a huge time where you have, oh, okay, so he's not going for the full Zanyas.
So arm guard for the armor facing Rek'Sai Gnar.
As well as the efficiency, just stacking up the arm guard. Very efficient item.
Yeah.
Stack up that extra AP. So he got that really early on, and it's fully stacked now for the time that they might actually group. Link sends down bottom, so they're going to have the split pushing with Zed. People cheering for the CS abilities. It was impressive, able to get all those under the turret. Zed is a very strong champion, to say the least, for CSing under turret because of his passive.
They're below half. It's pretty much a one-shot, but heck, good job to him. So, Cloud9, they have lost every single lane except the jungle, I would say. And the fact that only Rek'Sai has good CS here, of course, all their turrets getting destroyed so rapidly. Everything going well Counterlogic's way. Caitlyn scaling up really well off her high CS. iEdge already done.
And the thing is, with CLG having this much map control, with all of the turrets getting knocked down, look at the network for Meteos that he's been able to set up. His tunnel network is severely lacking. He only has one tunnel left over on the red side jungle. CLG have cleared out the entire map, so no surprise Rek'Sai plans. He's pretty much just been hard farming this whole time. You mentioned that CS that he has over him. It is true, but Smithy's been able to make good use of his ultimate. As Meteos will have a tough time.
Jeez, those bindings! Afromu making so much happen in this game. Going for the early Zonias as well. So right now they're sieging and picking things off. But 1,500 gold from now, the team fights themselves also going to be scary. When you can pop Zonias and ult.
I'm just waiting for the point where Cloud9 decide they're tired of CLG's map control and they want to just call in balls for a teleport or a flank and go for an all-in. They would have to combo it with a good flash from Meteos, though. They may be waiting on Meteos' flash. Rek'Sai, at this stage in the game, they really would rely on his knockup, and they definitely need him to be able to get to double lift. Without flash, that's fairly difficult.
You guys took no time getting back to that word sharing thing.
Well, this is a really, really well-played strategic game from CLG, especially considering they're facing Cloud9.
Oh, absolutely.
Who are usually on top of their wave control.
I am absolutely impressed by them. And this is something that CLG talked about with Zion joining in, if I recall correctly. He's a pretty vocal player. He would come in and talk about things on the top side of the map, so CLG's got vocal input in every single spot of the map. Everyone's calling out where the minion waves are, what turrets are available. There's Dragon number 2, no contest again. Counter Logic Gaming playing a nearly immaculate game.
Every time Cloud9 attempted something top to target Zion, CLG took a massive advantage off of it. Whether it be an entire turret, Dragon, shoving on the other side of the map, and Zion Spartan wasn't even in danger. He escaped both times really well.
But on the other side, CLG tried to dive balls, got turrets for it practically both times, forced flash for it, got map control of that, and C9 didn't punish anything on the other side. So it's sort of going both ways here, where the aggressive moves are working, but only for one team. So I should say 3,500 gold lead with 2 dragons up as well. CLG have played mostly for ward control the last few minutes of the game.
It's getting really scary here for Cloud9 because double lift. Caitlyn really wants to get to the combination of the Infinity Edge plus a lot of extra critical strike on her build, and she's already almost there. Whereas this Trinity Force has been on sneaking for quite a while now, and Cloud9 haven't been able to really take advantage. Zion teleports in, takes a large chunk of damage from high. Meteos is...
Link goes in, here comes Meteos. Slows on the Link, gets the knock-up, some good early damage. He's got to outplay the death mark. Can he do it? High dashes around, gets into the fog, and they get the kill. High's going to get traded back, though.
Link with the death rattle is able to kill High. Trading kills and 3 people committed down bottom. CLG very, very quick decision making. We're shoving up mid. This is the thing, they constantly have pressure on the map in multiple areas. So if Cloud9 commit down bottom, CLG can shove straight up mid. Another turret knockdown for them.
This one's not the farm alarm, guys. Media's looking for pressure onto Afromu, but the ward's going to keep him safe. Nothing done here. What's crazy about this as well is just before that fight, I checked the vision. CLG had almost 0 wards up in the map. They'd all timed out or gotten cleared before they all recalled. They went for those aggressive moves without knowing where anyone could have possibly been.
You say anyone. They saw 3 people down bottom.
Yeah.
And one of them was the teleport.
But I mean, just to set up the mid lane push, to set up the bot lane fight as well, right? Like, people actually were bot lane, but Double got to push mid because of it.
They have been keeping up their pressure as well as their ward control. I mean, deep wards in both sides of the jungle here for CLG. Yeah. Giant gold lead as far as the new patch is concerned, at least.
And Afromu, so good at these long-range skill shots. The Blitzcrank last game, the Morgana here. A great force for Counter Logic Gaming. Double soon to get Static Shiv. Just scaling up, being that menacing.
I mean, this is going to be really scary. Double lift once he combines. I'm not quite sure which one he's going to want to upgrade first. Probably go Phantom Dancer with the recent changes.
No, not with Afro's Blade.
I guess I'll go Static Shiv.
Afro binding. Oh no, High can't juke it. He's gonna go down. That's a quick kill picked up. Smithy claims it.
Afro move. Please.
Yeah.
Please, Afro move.
Oh my gosh. Well, these hits are ticking that pretty nice for Counter Logic Gaming. Up double kills, up still 3.7 thousand. Dragons in, I think, 3 minutes, maybe a bit less. But the game has been completely controlled by these guys. The best C9's ever done is traded kills and traded turrets. They've got nothing unanswered. After misses one, the exhaust and the ult comes in. The flash dodges, but there's the Piltover combo. Smithy not gonna get the kill though. Sneaky stays alive thanks to a shield. Dodges the Q from Double Lift. Lemonation very low. Gets the crits. Double gets the kill. Balls gets locked up. Even more deaths for Cloud9. 2-0 CLG once again.
They find a large skirmish when Double Lift finally has his double item completion here. Static Shiv, as you said, with the Average Blade completed, giving him enough crits on his Infinity Edge to turn that one around. CLG, what a dominating performance here. Beating Cloud9 in all aspects of the game so far. Really working with the Caitlyn pick well, I have to say.
Yeah, the fact that they got 4 turret kills in the first, like, 13 minutes was astronomically high.
Finding some Afromu at all key moments.
Yeah.
The entire CLG roster really looking like a squad that's ready to keep first place this time around. All right, Double Lift, fancy footwork, does get down in HP, so can't keep trading. Seeks in a couple of sneaky auto attacks. Woo! Sneaky flashes the Q, but Vi is able to get there with the ultimates. Now, at this point, they just don't respect the crits from Double Lift.
Wow.
You can't really expect crits in a row. Was that 3 in a row? It looked like 3 in a row. And you kind of have to feel bad for Lemon.
I actually counted. He was 2 and 4 before that. 2 crits, 4 non-crits.
Yeah.
3 crits in a row in the back end.
That's a little bit of luck also helps in a game where you're just winning through strategic prowess. Double Lift does have the favor of our end Jesus.
And the crowd cheering for CLG's great vision control, which, to be fair, is about as important as champion kills in the first place. So
yeah, when you're running a team that has Caitlyn constantly pressuring lanes as well as a split pushing Zed, I mean, this is not by all means the safest strategy to pull off.
No.
It's very difficult, actually. You have to have confidence in your split pusher. You have to have a lot of confidence in your AD carry not to get caught while she's pressuring like that. And CLG have done it very, very well. Zion Spartan, solo man, clearing out the wave with his ultimate. Very good choice there. All of Cloud9 committed to the top lane, and he neutralizes all the resources Cloud9 commit to the bottom, or the top side, with just his ultimate, and allows the double lift link combo to take out 70%. I feel like Lemonation gets crit every single time double lift shoots him.
Well, here's the chance, though, for Meteos to make something happen. Gets the Chilling Smite down. Balls isn't far away. Double forced to flash. Balls flashes for the slow. This could be double going down. It finally is.
So they are finally able to punish them for this very, very high pressure strategy that CLG are trying to pull off. They do catch one, but they gain so much in it anyway. Smithy barely able to escape.
And it got pushed out for all the attention bot lane. Of course, nothing else was really gained, but High overextends. Afro finds more.
He finds High. Ball's going to not make any use of his Gnar form as well. Mid laner not present. All right, let's see how CLG close this one out. Dragon control should be easy to maintain. Binding again. Oh my!
I figured it was a bind. I didn't see it.
Not only does double lift crit Lemonation every time he fires a shot, but Afromu hits High every time he fires a binding.
Yeah. I mean, there's so little action, but
you're speechless because CLG are playing so well.
Well, that's the thing is, I think as I said it yesterday, CLG is actually going to look good this year. With Zion Spartan. I think it's finally realized they've gotten a good 5-man roster. The fights are so short, though.
This is ridiculous. You are so shocked right now.
I am and I'm not. It's great to see CLG finally in this kind of form after so many years of their fans waiting. This is the team CLG fans have been waiting for, by the way.
Well, let's see what Cloud9 can do to claw their way back in. They would need to catch someone out once again, take advantage of the Caitlyn split pushing.
And the thing is, C9 have been spending, I would say, half this game forcibly trying to get farm onto Balls because they're getting out-rotated. A lot of things are going poorly, except Balls is now winning his CS game against Zion Spartan when he was getting bullied around before. The big tank is really big. Can he survive double lift? I don't know. But that's kind of been the subtle objective this whole game for C9. This Balls Gnar is what I'm watching to see if that pays off.
Gnar can single-handedly turn the tides of a game. For that, he would require his ultimate, though. And once again, Gnar bar full, so he's going to have to wait for another full recharge. CLG, let's see what they do with this opportunity, because they were just mid and saw the Gnar bar expire here for Balls. Trying to get vision in the jungle, one of the most dangerous places when you have to worry about a Gnar flank. No teleport or flash for him, though.
Sneaky's sending his skill shots, too. We landed a bunch of rockets in Aftermoon.
Yeah, Sneaky's always been the consistent guy for Cloud9. Even when they're having a rough game, Sneaky keeping his CS up. He did not die in that mid skirmish, which was very impressive with Vi charging at him.
Yeah, so CLG, though, these skill shots, the long range, just their presence around the map has been so far overwhelming for Cloud9.
Yeah, it's really hard for them to get inside of Doublelift's range. Since Doublelift got such an early lead, the threat of the Caitlyn and the poke that Caitlyn has been able to put out, you know, backed up with bindings, is just really hard for Cloud9 to find their way inside of CLG's vulnerable zone.
Yeah. I think the big thing is going to be a flash and burrow for Meteos. Caitlyn, without flash, is not very good at escaping things like that. Her net will get canceled. She won't move anywhere if you knock her up during that quarter-second animation, or even after she casts it. So,
and by the way, that's tunnel first, then use your flash.
Yes.
Don't flash and then try and use tunnel. Much less reliable. Double lift on the front, though.
Smithy getting spotted out by High as well. Double gets the black shield, burns his net. No escapes available. Balls with the slow
Black
halfway in the
shield
Gnar
wears
bar.
off.
Meteos still in the front, gets the flash engage. Double down to 800 health, and Link off on the side, kind of locked up. High goes in, forced to get away though from Xfinity. Everyone else now. Ball's getting jumped on, but there's the Gnar bar. Doesn't land the stun. Smithy forced to flash away. Link very low, throws a house. Can they make this comeback happen? Death mark used, kill picked up. C9 finding their way back in this game.
That's only one kill, though. Baron is a very rough objective to take with just one kill. Smithy's really low. They might just feel like they've been backed into a corner here and have to go for it.
CLG
look at the bottom side. CLG have a huge wave pushing bottom as well. It's going to finish the turret that double lift and Link just put a lot of work in taking down. Rumble ultimate's available.
This could be the game-winning push for CLG. Zion gets the ulti down. Good early damage. Sneaky at half. Forced to run away. Zion kites him, gets the knockup though. But is there enough damage? Oh, the
He
damage
missed
on
the
double! Sneaky gets it! Overextension by Doublelift. Meteos now goes in for Xmithie, does not quite land the knockup, but Zion getting chased by this heavily fed Gnar. More flash the way, CLG escape, losing only 1 kill to stop Baron.
They only grab 1 more kill, and their inhibitor turret went down.
Oh, yeah.
All said and done, that was actually good for CLG.
Absolutely
just because of the work they put in earlier in the game with that Link double lift push on bottom. The minions are able to finish the job. Inhibitor line has already been cracked. Cloud9 try to pull off the Baron, but once again, Baron ends up costing the team. Meteos back at it. Rek'Sai's right back down there. I thought he was going for crab control. Looks like he's going to take out the pink ward.
Vision of control, of course, incredibly important. Both these teams are going to be pretty quick at killing off Baron if they get time to sneak it.
This is
Problem
number 4
yeah,
right here.
Number 4 here. They now kill minions 15% faster. CLG, you already had trouble with their Zed split push. Link has been doing a good job of creating pressure on the sides of the map. It's going to get even worse now. Quick ward clear on both sides.
And CLG's battle plan coming into this was just so well thought out. I mean, they had the split push on the bottom, furthest away from Baron. That's going to provide the most pressure for this late game Zed split push. Link can return and put a tremendous amount. You can even see they're pinging out the bottom inhibitor now. Link down there would provide a tremendous amount of pressure for Cloud9 since they just heard the Rek'Sai ultimate. Juggling between Baron and a bottom inhibitor. Looks like CLG gonna just defend the mid right now though. Sneaky's at his Bloodthirster second instead of going Bork, which is extremely popular right now. Feels he needs that shield for all of the assassination potential with a Vi plus Zed, as well as the potential of a Rumble ultimate coming down on top of it.
Xmithie loses the Banshee's Veil, forced to get away from that one. Even the Banshee's Veil jungler is half his health high, so the damage threat is there, but of course CLG staying far ahead, double with some very good poke.
Look at this, Balls.
Oh
has
no.
rushed a Thornmail after his Warmogs.
Yeah.
So he's looking to take hits from Doublelift. He got a large pool of HP, plus the Thornmail, and hoping that Doublelift will kill himself, attacking the main tank.
That'll be difficult though. We'll see if he can make it happen regardless. Black Cleaver coming in for Link eventually would make that a whole bunch easier for Double here. But right now, Counterlogic Gaming still holding control of this game. The occasional misstep, good poke on a Zion, half HP. High might stay for this one. Zion, get and jump, pops the Zonias, in goes Xmithie. It's got to be a bit tricky for Balls, but he's going to stay alive. They pick up the top laner. Sneaky now jumping into the back line, gets a shield, walks away. Balls going to get stunned. Meteos as well. The damage from Doublelift. Can he get it? No, he's forced to run. Balls is on, pulls an Afro move, but Balls will trade his life. High can't get the damage. 1-for-1 top laner's dead. The clone from High tanks the ulti.
That team fight saved by Doublelift freely auto-attacking the entire time. Black Shield protects him from the Gnar ultimate as well. Might have even just been just outside of range. But Sneaky could not commit as well as Doublelift could to as many auto-attacks. Extra range there from Caitlyn helping out a lot too. You can see Link in that fight as well. He uses ultimate on Balls. I thought that was going to cost them. But the consistent damage output from a 3-item Caitlyn auto-attacking the entire time evens it up and swings the fight back in CLG's favor.
And that's the thing. Like, think about how much that fight should have been better for Counterlogic Gaming. Gnar ult stunned one person. Zed ult used on the wrong person. Like, so many things could have tilted these fights so much harder one way or the other if they had hit a better target, hit more targets, things like this. So these fights, though that one was close, could easily swing heavily one way or the other.
You can see how hard it is for C9 to actually take out Doublelift though, since Meteos targeted,
In goes Zed one more time. High's gonna pop Zonias. He should survive, but nope. Xmithie has something to say about that one. 1-for-0. Counterlogic Gaming in control again.
All right, this should be oh, they're going for more kills.
And the ulti's layered on. Sneaky goes down. Couldn't hide from this one. Mid's available.
Should be an easy inhibitor turret. Maybe even 2 inhibitors off of this one. 35 seconds on Sneaky, 20 on High. CLG complete control inside the base. 2 inhibitors. Well, maybe they'll just end the game.
They could try 15 seconds on High, 25 on Sneaky. Minion Wave coming in about 10 seconds. Dragon's up in 2 minutes.
No reason to play overly aggressive and go for the end. They have so much control. 5th Dragon threat and 2 inhibitors down. This is CLG's game.
From start to finish, too.
Oh,
Only
yeah.
the smallest of missteps where they went down 1 kill twice. That's been as bad as any CLG fight has ever gone, is -1 kill. But turret control, nearly immaculate. 8-3, 2 inhibitors down, every single Dragon. On respawn, too. They snuck 1 6 minutes in, and then when it respawns, 3 people are there. It dies again and again. Great play. They played a little bit slower when Double Splash was down. That went fine. Smithy, hadn't seen him in a year, practically. So far, great with Counter Logic Gaming.
Yeah.
Link shaping up well. Zion Spartan, a great addition to the team.
I mean, you can list off every single person on the team.
That's what I did.
Yeah, they each did their parts. Smithy with the early ward control as well. Let's see if they can end it as clean as they started it. 5th Dragon in 1 minute. Here come the elixirs as well.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very difficult to take that fight.
It's really funny to watch a game like this because the kill score would betray how much CLG's been in control. 10-6, you think, oh yeah, close game, 4 kills apart. Not at all.
Not even close. This game is domination.
CLG massively out-rotated C9. There have been, I would say, 3 to 4, honestly, free turret kills where they just out-rotated so heavily there was no defense. It was a matter of right
Not to
click until it
mention,
died.
every single Dragon was uncontested.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous. All right, well, let's take a look. Cloud9 trying to make a move here up to the top side.
Baron for Dragons, the best choice they could hope for.
Well, 2 inhibitors are down, so they have to do something quickly.
Yeah.
Their backs are against the wall. They're forced into this position, and they're going to do it.
They're just going to hope CLG doesn't look at them. Smithy burned his Q, actually, puts the ward down. I don't know if he can Vault Breaker in time. I think he probably will be able to. C9 going to stay for this one, though. Binding goes down, good ulti in, and the Dragon went down. So now can they keep fighting? Elimination losing so much health. Ball's likely to die from the Zed. They switch over to Sneaky. So far, Nara's dropped down. It's going to be Meteos also joining him in death. Now Sneaky 1 hit away. That's 3 kills for nothing. By the way, they can teleport into the mid lane. They will do so right now, but Zion gets killed for his troubles. That said, there's still minions coming in. High and Lemon, the only ones surviving. Never mind, just Lemon, the only one surviving, but I think it's going to go sour for C9 here. Double Up is inside the base. Here comes Nexus turret number 1. I don't see it being defended. CLG fans, here's the team you guys were waiting for. So far, so good for CLG in 2015.
Wow. CLG, first place North American LCS, and they deserve it. That was the most one-sided game that I have seen in quite a long time.
Yeah, it was good decision after good decision after good decision. Good play all around. There's the 2 newcomers to the roster. Smithy and Zion in CLG uniforms. Completely at home, it seems.
Yeah, that's the exact type of game that they would like to play. Not under pressure at any point in the game.
Cloud9, of course, end their week 1 and 3. This was their redemption week. It looked good yesterday. They took down Team Liquid. You think, all right, C9's turning it around. But of course, every season in the LCS, the teams get better and better and better. Counter Logic Gaming showing that they are now people to be very afraid of.
For Cloud9, these guys, once again, ending the week on a sour note. It's going to be rough for them, but they can regroup, as they showed in the first game this week versus Team Liquid. Maybe showed their hand a little early with the Kalista. Everybody was jumping on it, though. I don't think it was a well-kept secret. It was just because the bug was fixed with her, so that all 80 carries jumped on her immediately.
A good number of them, certainly. And that's the thing. It's not like you save it for a special occasion. I mean, fighting Team Liquid is a great special occasion. Then you get to force bans, right?
Exactly.
I wouldn't say it was certainly a bad time to pick the champion up there. Interesting to note that CLG did ban it as opposed to pick it for themselves. Clearly, they have many more things they'd like to go back to, as shown here. Link pulled a ban, still did great on Zed 6, 2, and 4. Wrapping up his keyboard. all I can say is a well-controlled game. It was.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it was slow because it wasn't. Just the fights were a bit far between and short because it was like binding dead.
37-minute
turret
game.
kill.
That's not long.
Standard.
Yeah,
Fairly
exactly.
standard.